you know the story of Butts, and his quest to save his beloved Shield Butts atop the Tower of Fate from the clutches of the evil Enchantress. But what if we told you that was only part of the story? Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. But villainy ran rampant, and in time, even the most stalwart heroes fell. In the absence of champions, the Enchantress and her Order of No Quarter swept into power. Unbeknownst to everyone, the maniacal alchemist Plaguebutt had plans of his own. He sought nothing less than to concoct a potion of unlimited power. A draught so fiendishly potent that nothing he desired would be out of his reach. Each butt unknowingly guards the crucial ingredients. Now, the collection must begin.
The boss is on his way. We gotta get back to the lab fast. I don't want to get experimented on. Just hold line to charge and bomb burst out of here. Come on, hurry up.
Let's experiment. Hello everyone, KV here, and welcome to the adventures, well actually no, Shovel Knight's Plague of Butts, in which we are playing through Plague Knight's campaign, or Plague Butt, as he is so called in our great universe where everything is replaced by the word butts. Very interesting, different gameplay, and very interesting new way how to experience Shovel Knight. It basically, like, despite the fact that everything is pretty much the same stage and all that stuff, it does feel like a kind of its own unique and different type of game. Lots and lots of great and painstakingly good detail were put into this, so you gotta love it. Anywho's, let's begin talking about Plaguebutt here, and what exactly he can do. Well, Plaguebutt is quite the nimble little guy. He's a bit short, so you can't jump that high, but he can double jump. How awesome is that? He also can throw his potions, which explode. And you can also hold the jump button, as those two minions just nicely explained for us, to do a nice big bomb bounce, which allows you to go up even higher, which is pretty cool. One really cool thing about Plaguebutt is that actually you can use these potions to kind of keep yourself suspended in air for a little bit. You can throw up to 3 at a time, and it kind of varies on what kind of equipment you have. We start with the default equipment, so kind of just like Shovel Knights, or Shovel Butts, whatever, whatever. There's a lot of different little quirks to it that we'll kind of discover as we go along. As with the main Shovel Butts campaign, the Butt campaign, we still collect treasure, we still destroy dirt blocks, but Plaguebutt has a little interesting, unique feature to him, and that is these green coins. These are cipher coins. We'll be picking up these as we go along. There's 30 in each stage, and these actually help you unlock more good skills for Plaguebutts. I do like that there's this platform that's supposed to be rotating or moving, but this doesn't. And Plaguebutt's a jerk to chests, and he just throws stuff at them, and they open up. A different little thing about this as well is that there are no health upgrades for the most parts in this game. Instead, there's a bit more of a tactical system going on here. What we can do is, in our main menu screen, which we can have shows all our different equipment, like we can have different types. Go back to that. We have all these different types that we can use for the casing, for our powder, for our standard, for our fuse, for our burst. There's a lot of different unique things you can do to customize Plaguebutt. Well, the first major thing we get are these tonics. What these essentially do is they extend your life for a cost. they'll keep an extra health bubble for you until you fall in battle. So basically, you get an extra health, or how many you want to use. In fact, we could use all 5 right now if we wanted to, giving us now 9 health bubbles as opposed to the original starting 4. However, should we die, like touch those spikes down there, they will go away. So it kind of does up the ante a little bit. You gotta be a bit more careful with how you maneuver around in Plague Butts campaign. Speaking of which, might have been a bad idea to use all those right there, because I want to get those Cypher coins. Okay, that was not what I wanted to do. A weird thing about the bomb bounce, it probably has like an official name that I will try to figure out what it's called. But, if you are turning just slightly when you knock it off, it will actually, like, propel you in that direction. So, it's kind of cool in that way, because you can cross, like, really large gaps that Butt Shovel Knight really couldn't cross, but at the same time, very costly, too, because if you have to be kind of committed to that arc. Because otherwise, you see how that goes. Like, you pretty much don't have a choice. You can delay it a little bit, but other than that... And there will be a lot of death in this run, I can assure you that on the get-go. From looking at a lot of posts from Yacht Club Games themselves and from some of the developers and stuff, they intended for death to happen a lot in this mode. That's why you have this nice bounce bomb in the first place, because that can actually save you in some cases. Like if you're in a pit, for instance, and you're about to meet your untimely demise, you could use that to actually get back out and get out of it. But hopefully that won't happen in the stage. So we'll actually encounter a lot of those tonics, so we can just kind of keep picking them up, and we can use them at our leisure. I prefer to save mine until I actually really need to use them, so those initial 5 I used was kind of a stupid thing, but it's okay. And of course, it's still the great same Shovel Knight experience, with the great same music, the great same stages, just with a twist of Plague Butt here. And we get some music, like all the usual staples. Like if you're memorized most of the stages from the original playthrough with Shovel Knight, you'll know what's coming here, for the most parts. We'll get to that when that appears. Oh, and also the Cypher coins, because those kind of show up wherever. Now here's a little neat thing. Some of the stages are a bit redesigned a bit to kind of utilize the different mechanics of Plague Butts. In which case, that's Bounce Bomb. You can actually use that, or I guess it's Burst, whatever. It's Bursts. You can actually use that to just go right next to something, whether it's next to you, below you, or above you, and it'll just get destroyed. Which is pretty nifty, I do have to say. Alright, I want to get what's in here, which was just a pink gem. Plague Butt, honestly, could care less about treasure. He is not a big treasure hoarder like Shovel Knight was. But he will need to use it for some things, so that's why we're getting it right now. Because, you know, why not? But eventually, we won't really care about treasure anymore. Shovel Knight, but caring about treasure was his deal. Not so much for Plague Butt here. And here comes one of the more difficult jumps in this first stage. They do like to actually kind of put down the difficulty right away, so you can kind of get used to a lot of the mechanics, like the double jump and the burst jump and all that stuff. So, the new type of mechanic is actually right over there, and I'll showcase that off after we get what's over here. Obviously, these bubbles won't help us at all, because we can't pogo off anything. We're not Butt-Butt anymore, so a lot of the mechanics that would have worked for Butt-Butt don't work for us anymore. So you gotta think of different ways. Gotta kind of, it's a bit of a puzzle in a sense. Not like a super hard one, but kind of just like, you know, figuring out what skills work, what skills don't. Okay, bye-bye. And so we destroy these. This is a unique mechanic to Plague Butts. He has these little, I don't know what they are, washing machines? We're gonna call them washing machines for now. And they will shoot him up into other areas. In this case, it actually brought us to a usual area, but in most other stages, those will bring you to secret areas that Butt-Butt would never have seen. Shovel Knight, by the way. I know I'm gonna keep kind of like screwing around with the different Butt-Butt, Shovel Knight naming stuff, since technically that's what we're using, but hopefully that doesn't get too confusing, so I do apologize in advance. Anywho's, we are about halfway through the stage. I forgot, like, these stages are super long. Also, another, like, thing that can get problematic about Plague Butt, and we can fix that later with better upgrades, is that his initial bombs they do have this arc, and they won't, like, you can see that if something was, like, right next to me, I'm gonna get hit. That's gonna go right over them. Which can be a bit annoying sometimes, but just about mastering how the mechanics work, pretty much. Yeah, I got the Cypher Coin, yeah. I want to try to get as many Cypher Coins as possible. I cannot say we're going to get all of them because that seems kind of ridiculous. But if we can get a lot of them, that would be great. And also, you can just skip that. I love that. I just love that because you're learning these new mechanics. It's like, oh, I can just skip that. Who cares? Alright. Okay, so I have to be very careful here. I always screw this jump up. Alright. Yeah, I did it! I did it. I thought about it, and I did it. That's a lot. That's what a lot of this campaign is. It's a lot about thinking, and then testing your hypothesis. Makes sense. He is the experimenter of sorts. He's also adorable, despite, you know, wearing a plague mask and all that stuff. Hello, treasure pile. And also, at any time if you want to, you can always check your menu to see how many Cypher Coins you've collected by checking your gear, and then going to Cypher Coins. So we've actually collected 28, and apparently none in the stage, which is wrong. Also, it says in the corner up there, I'm stupid. That's gonna happen a lot, I'm sure. Alright, well, actually, we'll get all the Cypher Coins for the stage, which will be fantastic. Of course, since we are technically playing with a code, which is the butt code, no achievements, no feats will actually unlock. So, if you were, for whatever reason, playing through the game with the butt code on, and that's all you played through with, you will not actually unlock Plague Knight's campaign right away. There is a code to unlock his campaign if you so choose, but the other, like, legit way to unlock it is by beating the game, which requires you to not play it with any codes, even though the butt code doesn't actually do anything game-breaking other than it is just silly. Anywho, so let's get on to our first boss fight. Listen to me, Buttist. I know you're aiding him in his quest for the ultimate potion.
Ultimate? What? I haven't seen him since he fled to join the Order of No Quarter.
Ah, alchema trickery. You can't fool me. I know he plans to use the potion to beguile you.
Wait, me? What are you insinuating? Oh, someone's coming.
Oh, it's the panicky pushover. Is winning the Buttist's heart worth betraying your allies?
What? Where in the world did you hear that?
And I know how you plan to gather ingredients. The only thing worse than a deranged alchemist is a traitor. Do what you will to the Order, but none threaten the Enchantress and live. Okay. Most bosses actually function pretty much the exact same as they did in regular Shovel Knight campaign, which can make them either very hard or very broken. In the case of the Black Knight Fight 1, or Black Butt Fight 1, whatever, tomato, tomato, he is pretty easy to deal with, but he was easy to deal with back in the original fight as well, so... I mean, it's the intro stage boss. It shouldn't be that hard. But you can kind of notice that his potions, at the arcing motion, can start to get a bit annoying. You also notice that I can only bring out 3 potions at a time. I have to wait for them to all go away before anything happens. Luckily, that burst does not count as a potion. But a cool thing, though, is that because they do take a while to explode, you can kind of maneuver them around. And it's also a great thing because that actually gives you a great advantage in some boss fights and some different materials you can pick up, because that can let you decide how long you want them to wait or how fast you want them to wait, so you can really plan your attack out very well. Which is awesome. I think we will actually... There's a lot of stuff that happens in the village, so we're going to save that for next time. So, thank you all very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Shovel Knight Plague of Butts. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button below, and if you want to see more content from me, please consider subscribing. Shovel Knight is available on many platforms: Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo platforms. Go ahead and pick it up if you have not already. And there's actually a physical release coming out this November for the 3DS, the Wii U, and PlayStation 4, which will actually have the Plague Knight campaign ready to go. So, give it a check out if you can, because Yacht Club Games, I'm not sure why it's a tongue twister, has done a fantastic job. Otherwise, I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, ciao!